Potter.
Hey, Malachi, thanks for doing this. I think this is your first time up here, so just want to ask what you learned the most from playing last year as a true freshman.
I had to be mature a lot and focus in and be and prepare like a veteran. And I think that was the biggest thing for me because first college game and first college season, you don't know what to expect in an atmosphere like that. And even though we didn't have like the fans that we do this year, it still was new to me just because it was college football. So I think just being on top of the playbook really helped me last year.
Tony, you're next.
Malachi, I was wondering if you've ever had to tackle Roydell Williams in practice.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Oh, first of all, how deceiving? What kind of runner is he like, and how difficult is he to bring down? And then can he kind of deceive you with the amount of power he punches, despite his kind of a smaller size?
Yeah, definitely. Roydell, he's a great back, and he finishes all the runs at practice, and it's always a challenge just to thud him up in practice because he's just such a hard runner. He always tries to finish in everything that he does.
Mike Rodek, go ahead.
Yeah, Malachi, just where have you seen the defense improve the most since the start of the season?
I would say since the Florida game, we've been better at communicating in loud environments. That's been an emphasis in practice. And I just think we had to continue to play for 4 quarters. And we really haven't did that this year. But I feel like that's our main goal, and to communicate better in a tough environment. We go to Texas A&M this week, and we know their fan base is going to be rocking. It's going to be crazy in there. So we just have to handle the noise better and get everybody to call.
Steven, go ahead.
Malachi, how do you try to time up those fumble returns for touchdowns? You always kind of have a knack of trying to get those. How you try to time those up?
I think it's just a reaction thing, but like this weekend, it kind of threw me off guard. I couldn't really pull it into me. But yeah, those type of plays I kind of like making just because it's real like reaction time, and it's just cool because it just happened in a split second, and it's a game-changing play.
Nick Kelly, go ahead.
You mentioned the communicating in these tough environments or very hostile environments. What does that look like? I mean, when it's loud, and obviously it's going to be louder when you guys are on offense than when they are. But just how do you communicate when it is a hostile environment? Just kind of take me through that.
It usually starts in practice. We make sure like throughout practice we continue to give everybody the call. And Thursdays, we have crowd noise at practice. And I think that's when communication really shows up big, because if we don't communicate, then nobody's going to get the call. We're not going to be on the same page. So I just think we try to emphasize it throughout the week and carry it over to the game.
Katie, you're next.
Kind of like what Charlie said earlier, since we haven't got to talk to you yet. Last year, you kind of dealt with some injuries towards the end of the year. Just what was it like as a freshman playing through those injuries? And then what did you do in the offseason to kind of get you ready to be ready for this season?
Playing through the injury, I just wanted to be there for my teammates and do the best that I can. And as long as I could play, I felt like it was okay for me to play. And through the offseason, rest really, like the first since the games I missed until like probably up to the summer, I was out the whole time, like just recovering my body and trying to let my injury heal.
Charlie, go ahead.
Where do you think you've grown the most since last season? Obviously, you got a lot of playing time as a freshman, but getting a whole off season, being on campus for a normal year, where do you think you've grown the most from year 1 to year 2?
I would say I have a better understanding of the playbook. I have a better understanding of what multiple positions do, even sometimes like the linebackers and certain calls that we have. And I think that's been the biggest thing for me, just so I can see what everybody else's job is. And if they're not in the right spot, I can get them in the right spot. And I think that's the thing I worked on the most.
Nick Kelly, go ahead.
How much do the first two, a couple series set the tone as a defense for the rest of the game?
I think we came out and set the tone, like you said, but I feel like we have to carry it out throughout the game, and especially throughout the second half, and keep the energy level up. I think we can't get complacent of where we are and play for 4 quarters.
Got time for 2 more. Tony, go ahead.
Malachi, Nick Saban said he was looking for potential players that could maybe fill in as an emergency running back. I didn't know if maybe you'd want to nominate anyone, or if you yourself might be able to hold that role. What are your thoughts on that?
Definitely not myself at running back at all. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of athletic guys on the team, so it would be interesting to see who they move to running back.
All right, last one. Michael, go ahead.
That was my question. Yeah, he kind of brought up my question, so you can move on.
All right, AP, you'll be the last question.
Oh, good afternoon, Malachi. Malachi, was the defensive game plan for the secondary against Ole Miss simplified? And what's the challenge guarding Williams in practice?
Yeah, it was. I feel like the game plan going into the game last week was simplified for us, like you said. I think it was more of everybody get the same call and be on the same call, and we all be okay, even if it wasn't like the right call, as long as everybody was communicating and playing the same thing. I feel like it was fine, and we could fix it when we got back to the sideline. And guarding JMO, it's definitely a challenge in practice. It's something I look forward to because I know he's a very fast guy, and it's not many guys out there running like him and with the type of route running that he has, and it makes me a better player.
All right. Thank you, Malachi.
Thank you.